morning and welcome to the Chevy Nova show. Chevy Nova 7374 Nova show. Just looking at the date. This is pretty much our 1 year anniversary show. My first show that I did was April 2nd, 2019. So it's been a year and we've done a handful of streams here. Let me bring over my trusty laptop. While we wait for people to log in, I'm just going to take a look and we'll figure out how many shows here we actually have. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed them. I know I haven't done them every 2 weeks or so like I was planning. So we got 5, 10, wait a sec, 5, 10. This will be the 16th show. So that's not too bad. As far as I know, we are the only Chevy Nova group that does this. I could be wrong, as I don't frequent a lot of the other groups as much as I frequent our group. So I'll just wait a few minutes for everybody to come on board and see who's going to join us tonight. I'll just wait for a few people to come on and then I will start addressing a couple things. And I'm told we already have some people on. I don't see any comments. So let me take a look here. It looks like I got 10 people on the one computer, and this computer says I have none. Okay, so this is going to be kind of interesting. Why can I not see the chats? I noticed Facebook here started a new live production, they call it. And already I don't like it because I rely on the chats to answer you guys. People on the one computer. There we go. People on the one computer. And okay, let's click on live here. Maybe I can see the chats. Oh yeah, okay. I see a bunch of people saying hi. So greetings, folks. Maybe a little delayed here because I'm going to have to, I guess, use the laptop for to look at the comments. So, hey, our founder is on board here, William Hamlet. How you doing, sir? Sergeant? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Dean Hawhey is on. How you doing, buddy? Stephen Smith Jr. Man, that's an S, not a J. Stephen Smith Sr. has joined us. How you doing, buddy? And John Fuller. Good evening, bud. How you doing? So, I see a few people on right now. One of the things I wanted to talk about is I've noticed the membership increase at Chevy Nova 7374, and a few people have mentioned referrals because they've seen these videos on YouTube. If you want to join our group, we are very strict on admission. For the most part, we're only allowing mostly owners or very dedicated enthusiasts onto the site, but you have to answer the questions. We have questions posted, and we will also look on your Facebook profile for Chevy Nova material, particularly pictures of your 7374. Okay, I just got to close that, sorry. So that's one of the things we do before we admit folks to our group is we want to make sure that we're not just, getting a bunch of people who want to troll the group and that. We are trying to keep it more of an owners-only kind of guild, so if you're not answering all the questions and we don't find a picture of a Chevy Nova on the site or on your profile, pardon me, good chances are we won't be letting you into the group. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I see a few more people have joined. Hey, how you doing there? Doug Toe, the admin of Leela Nova. Leela Nova is a 1973 Chevy Nova that Doug is building. And my buddy Greg from Winnipeg. How you doing, buddy? He's got a 74 Nova called the Turd. Although we have been buddies for almost 4 years on Facebook and so on, I still haven't met the guy. So, Greg, we still got to hook up. And I believe you have a T-shirt of my car you made for me and some Hot Wheels. So we need to hook up. I'll buy the pizza. And we'll call it a Nova date. So, and yes, hey, Doug, how you doing? So I see it says we got 12 viewers on. So I got a little bit of a delay here. I'm using, of course, Facebook Live as I always do. And Facebook has changed their software. I didn't know about this till about 10 minutes ago. As I look here, I don't have any chat. Any chats showing up. Thankfully, I got my trusty laptop here. And, whoa, just dropped the power cord. Ooh, that's a heavy one. There we go. Well, better the power cord than the laptop, right? So I may be a little delayed in getting back to the comments as I'm reading them off the laptop here. Josh Sanders, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Shane Michael Myers has joined. How you doing, bud? Doug Toe, it's been 7 years for us. Yes, Chevy Nova has been online 7 years. That's a pretty good haul. And I've enjoyed a lot of my time on that group. Spent many hours talking with Doug, trying to help him with his car. Sometimes it's a little hard, being that he's half country away from me. Ray Williams has just logged in here from California, I believe. How you doing, Ray? Just to let folks know that I am from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So it's kind of in the center of things, the center of Canada. And I picked our stream to go at 8 p.m. because I have people on the East Coast as well as people on the West Coast. I know, I can't make it too late because then the people on the West Coast would be good for them, but the people on the East Coast, it's not going to be good for them because they're already, 2 hours ahead of us. So I kind of picked the spot right in the middle, and also 8 o'clock kind of works good for me. So hopefully you're all keeping safe during this pandemic times. Pandemic? During these COVID-19 times, everybody in isolation at home. I see a lot of people are doing a lot of work on their cars. They're posting pictures and telling stories on the Facebook group. That's great. A lot of activity is being posted, which is superb. I see Ronald has joined. How you doing, Ronald? And Sean, as he says, look at that sexy Nova back there. My 1973 Chevy Nova. Gonna poke the bear here. Untucked. And the proper front end for 73. Poke the bear. Although I do have some customizations done. I do have the clear signal lights and aftermarket LED and H3 9003 bulbs, halogen bulbs in it. As much as I try to keep the car stock looking, it is far from stock. It's a 406 small block under the hood with Holly Sniper EFI. We've had some discussions on the forum start up again about EFI as a couple of our members have installed EFI systems. Mike Hines installed a Sniper as well. And then, what's that gentleman's name? Richard, what's his last name? He has that 74 Nova, I believe. He just installed a Phytech system in his. So I'm really eager to hear his reviews of his Phytech once he starts driving it. So, all right, enough about me for now. Let's get back to the chat here. All right. Ray has mentioned that his brakes are hella tight. I got a vacuum can, so it's working now. Oh, yes, he was having problems with his brakes not holding the car and that, and getting a vacuum pump or a vacuum can will help that. So that's good. Yeah, you need brakes, Ray. That's pretty important. And Sean's now poked the bear, saying that there's nothing better than a 73. That's right. I said it. Of course, William was laughing at him because Will, in his 1974 Nova, named Murda, of course, he's going to laugh at that. John Davis, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the group. I don't know if you guys have noticed in the past few weeks or so, there's been a bit of a war of words or a war of color, perhaps. I guess you could call it car racism of a sort, although fun. As some of you will know, I seem to be the self-appointed leader of the Green Crew, Green Slime Crew, Team Green, whatever you want to call us. And there's been a lot of battles between the Green Novas and the Blue Novas, nicknamed the Blue Crew. And we discovered on Saturday that we actually have a spy in with the Blue Crew. Now, I'm going to let you in a little secret. The Nova was green, but it was painted blue. So who do you think that Nova should be part of? Team Green, Team Blue? Unfortunately, I noticed none of you other enthusiasts with different color cars have picked up. We were hoping, we'd have a whole assortment of color wars, but that is not the case. All right, who do we have here? Okay, I see Richard Beal has joined. How you doing, Richard? And what do we got? Did you install a large overlap cam? And then, the guys, of course, they're praising the brew crew. Sorry about that auto-focusing. I forgot to turn that off on the camera. If you're talking about my cam, I do have the Extreme Energy 294 hydraulic cam. Let me get you the specs. I don't remember offhand between working on my car, the Omega, Shelley's yellow Chevelle, and then this beast behind me, and getting old. Number of pucks to the head playing hockey. I can't remember numbers to save my life. Looking on my website here, I do have it written down. It's at 250, 256 duration, 519, 523 lift. And it might be a little more than that because I might have, 1.6 rockers or something like that. So what I advertise to people is the 250, 256, but it may be a little more than that. And I see, everybody, Dave Williams has joined in. How you doing, buddy? Dave Williams, earlier this week and weekend, brought to my attention a software that he uses to do kind of like the same thing we're doing here, streams with the group, but it's like FaceTime amongst many people, or Skype for Business, or Skype if you use that software, where multiple users can log in and we all have like a video conference. We were testing that software on Saturday, and I did post about it, but we didn't really get any biters. I believe it's zoom.us, and you don't even have to sign up to create an account to join our meetings. That's the best part of it. We did try it, and for almost 2 hours, Dave, myself, Tim Bourne, and Sergeant William, we were all together in a chat, just shooting the crap and just talking, and it was pretty cool. Of course, there were some times where, one person would talk over the other person, but for the most part, it was really neat software. It worked really well, and depending how things go, maybe we could try another stream this coming weekend, try a video chat of that. I'm hoping the weather's going to be nice. I might be able actually to get the car out, so a little bit might depend on that. So let's go back to the chat here. Let's see. Okay, so, all right, where are we at? Okay, yeah, I was talking about Dave Williams, and so, the zoom.us for Zoom meeting. That's what the software's called, Zoom meeting. All right, getting back to the chats here, we got Josh Sanders, blue for the win, and then John Davis, looks like he team gold car, according to his VIN tag. So, John, you may be the self-appointed captain of the gold team. And Richard Beal, he loves the green and blue Novas. Of course, he's trying to make peace with both sides, but we all know green is good. And Jake Boyles, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, sir. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're enjoying your stay here at the Chevy Nova 7374. One of my favorite Facebook groups. Probably seriously one of the reasons why I still have Facebook is I love 73, 74 Novas. I love this group, and a lot of really good people on it, and keeps me coming back. So welcome. And Sean's making a call out for the purple Novas, the purple crew. Crickets. So Sean, it looks like you're going to have to start the purple on your own. Be careful. The blue crew might try to suck you in, but resist the dark side. Resist. And John Fuller says his was blue. He just finished sanding it down, so obviously doing some body work there. That's cool. John, we need to see some pictures. Oh, wait a minute. It's blue. Maybe we don't want to see pictures of any more blue Novas. Just kidding with you, John. Please post some pictures of your work. We'd love to see the progress you're making on your car. So, yeah, he said he just finished sanding it down and it's getting ready for paint this week. And he found that the original paint for the car was yellow. So, Yellow, maybe yellow and gold could merge and have their own color group. Who knows? Who knows? And, look at this. Here's the invitation from Sergeant Hamlin to Sean Myers there. Come over to the blue crew. It's close enough, but yeah, you go over to the blue crew. They need the numbers more than green. But I say be strong, form your own color crew. And, okay, so looks like Sean did join the blue crew. I'm a little behind in the chat. So note to self to delete Sean after the stream here. Just yeah, I'm making a list here, Sean. And delete. All right, so we'll take care of that after business. That goes for any other Blue Nova owners. And Ray Williams, he's mentioning that he has the Phytech 600 on his system, and it works real nice. He really likes it. Ray, when switching over to the Phytech 600, there anything you really notice difference running the Phytech compared to the carburetor? Has your fuel mileage improved? How are the starts? How are the performance? Like how would you rate it? Why is it better than the carburetor that you had on before? If you could elaborate, just cause. And Dean Hahi, pardon me, says this is the best group ever. Wow, I'm just bogging this. I guess the blue crew has gone me a little rattled here. Settle down, Dave. It's just the color. It's just the color. All right, so Will says, John, there is a dye you can get from an auto parts store that uses a black light, pops right out. So I'm not sure what I missed there. Oh, okay, what I missed here. John Davis posted a question. What is the best way to find an oil leak on a newly rebuilt engine? I want to say it's coming from the top half of the motor. Motor is black, oil is clear. Can I get flour on it to find the leak? First place I usually check when you got a freshly rebuilt motor is check the intake along the back of the motor, especially if you're getting oil down the back. I know a lot of times, and I've been guilty of doing this myself when installing an intake, of not putting a big enough blob of silicone along that along the back. I don't want to say galley along. Oh, what's the word? On the back seat there, where the intake sits down. Oh man, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank here. It's part of the intake gasket. Just put a really thick bead. Sometimes if you don't have enough there, it could be shooting out from there, and that thus making it look like it could be from back of the motor or something. That's the spot I usually check. I do believe there are oil galleys if it's coming from inside, just behind the flex plate. I had a leak there, and that was not fun to fix. It took me 2 hours to pull the transmission, 5 minutes to tighten the 3 bolts above the flywheel, and then another 2.5 hours to put the transmission back in. Actually, John, after I delete Sean because he joined the blue crew, I'm going to follow up with you on this because I am very curious of what the solution for your problem is going to be. So, John Davis, oil leak. Maybe, John, if you want, post a general post to everybody. Maybe somebody else may have some suggestions too to help you find it. But that's also where Will's comment came in down here. Apparently, there's a dye you can buy to put in the oil that will glow with infrared light. He says you can get it at an auto parts store. Yeah, I know I'm too late, Will. What's happening here is my chat is on a delay because this new Facebook video live producer doesn't show me any of the chats in real time, and I'm having to use my laptop, which is a couple seconds behind. So yeah, I know I'm kind of blowing it here. So okay, let's keep going. So yeah, I am a little behind. And Dave Williams says primer gray for the win. So it looks like Dave's going to start his own color clan. Jeremy Emery, how you doing? Or Joshua Emery, pardon me. says his Nova was originally dark green and some fool painted it cream. Well, that's easy, Josh. Just get out, well, I guess if you wanted to, you always sand it down and repaint it. Of course, that's a lot of work, but hopefully, the cream color can't look that bad. In fact, I'm trying to remember what your Nova might look like. Let's just take a moment here and see what the cream color looks like. So let's do a search in the post. I'll do a search for Josh here. Josh is spelt this way. A-M. I want to take a look, buddy. If it's the car I'm thinking of, it actually looks pretty sweet. So let's see. Okay, there's the USP. Oh, that's where you got some parts. Okay. Looks like I see a picture there with your. Well, Josh, post a picture up of your car there, and we'll all take a look. But yeah, if it was originally dark green, we can make an exception and allow you into team green. Okay, I see I'm 20 comments behind here. Oh boy. Okay, so Sean says UV dye. Yeah, he uses it all the time for his customer cars. And Sean, I'm being deleted. My money is green. And hey, Kim has joined. Hey, Kim, sorry I'm a little behind on the comments, so I didn't see that you snuck in there. Kim is also one of the fellow admins of this group and actually does a good job admitting the admins. So, hey, Kim, welcome joining us. She has a red Nova, so she's not on anyone's team just yet. And Josh just says here he'd like to go back to green. His favorite green's in between Phantom and dark green metallic. I got to agree with you there too, Josh. Green is, of course, my favorite color. And I think if I had to redo my Nova and paint it, I don't know if I would go back to midnight green or go with like British racing green or forest green. Unless a little bit of a lighter greeny green. So I can see. I can see where you're going there. And Will is piping up again, saying not to worry, Sean, you got it. Don't go green on us. That's okay, Will. You can have Sean. We picked up Joshua there, so the numbers increased for both teams there. Okay, and Josh is also going to make a post about his oil leaks, so that's going to be great. All right, let's read ahead on some of these comments here. We need a live stream. We need you to live every week while we're in quarantine. I wish I could, Rich. The thing is I don't always have. Well, I do have the times, but what I worry about is I'm not going to have enough content. So I guess I could try during these quarantine times because it's not like I'm playing hockey right now. In case you notice, I'm putting on weight. So I would be able probably to come back again next Tuesday if other people are up for it. Sure, why not? And Dave Williams has, Dave Williams has mentioned that he got his polyurethane motor mounts installed, got the bolt right through on one, and he's going to have to fight with the other side. But hey, the oil pan clears the frame. Well, that's good news. Dave was struggling with his LS motor with the pan hitting the frame, so that's pretty cool. And Alberto Blaney, I hope that's correct. I'm sorry if I'm slaughtering your name. I am very bad with names. He's saying hello to everybody, and he's made it. Just noticing we have 16 people here. Wow, that's pretty good. So, gonna go green, says William, and call he Sarge. Okay, I don't see a post in the group about tonight's show, says Kim. Again, doing the admin stuff of admin. It's there, Kim. It's even under the Chevy Nova Stream topic tag. So it is there. And of course, Kim is saying hi to some of the other members, which is pretty cool. James Klein joined. I know you've been to our show many times, and I've probably slaughtered your name God knows how many times. I'm sorry, James. Welcome to the show. And Will seems to be happy, says it's always good and plenty of content. So, okay, thanks, Will. I appreciate that vote of confidence. And I guess it can't be too bad if people are still coming back, and it has been a year. Although I find our first few shows were great because we had information about Novas, where now it more just seems to be kind of a general chit-chat with a few questions. So I guess it all sort of works out. the show's kind of taken its own twist and given itself its own identity. But hey, if you got a question, the stream is the time to answer it. And at the moment, you'll get 15 instant replies. All right, what do we got going on here? And of course, hey, folks, don't just let me babble here. If you want to take part in the chat, of course, if you see on the wall here, take part in the chat with other members. It just doesn't have to be you and I. And as I mentioned earlier, maybe this weekend, depending on whether or not I have my car out. And actually, it doesn't have to be me to initiate it. If Sargent or Dave Williams want to set up a meeting, hint, we can always try the Zoom meeting through one of the other gentlemen. Okay, I have to... Oh, okay. John Davis mentions that he has a lot of topics to try and fix on his Nova. So thanks for the live show. Oh, yeah. Hey, John, no problem. And of course, yeah, if I can help you, that's great. If not, maybe, somebody else can. And if our walking encyclopedia, Tim, happens to log in, he could definitely find an answer for you. That guy, it amazes me the knowledge he has on Chevy Novas. I doubt we'll see him tonight. As many of you know, Novocaine is home. Novocaine is a copy of his first Nova that was stolen back in 1985, his very first car he had. And now he's building a replica tribute car for his once loved Novocaine. So we probably won't see him. If you haven't seen the posts yet, check it out. The bodywork and the shine on that black paint is beyond words. It is like black glass. Check out the post. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. It looks like, hey, Robert Martino has joined. How you doing there, buddy? Rob's getting ready to put a 383 stroker in his 74 Nova named Nova Lee. All right. Look, leaf springs, how do you keep them from moving side to side? Asks William. I would say proper bushings. You may also want to see if the locator pin is broken underneath the axle, but I would think that would move the axle then. Do you have problems with the axle moving and walking? Is the car dog tracking? That might be my next question. It should be against the rule to stand there with your hood closed. Well, I don't want to intimidate the blue Novas with the power of the green Nova, but seeing how you ask. There we go. Oh, I don't know what fell off the back of the car there, but okay. There we go. So there you go, Rich. By popular demand, my hood, everybody. And Kim, Leaf Springs, she's having problem finding them. Maybe Kim, tag Greg Antonio. He's my go-to guy for parts numbers. He might be able to get you a number for yours. That's who I would hit up, Craig Antonio. Although he doesn't have a Nova any longer, he owns two Omegas. He has a 73 and a 74 Olds Omega, and the one Omega is actually LS swapped. Excuse me for a second here. See what the heck's going on over here. All right, I was wondering if somebody was into my parts stash there. It sounded like somebody was walking on the thin metal. All right, back to our questions here. So let me get back to the chat. Dave Williams says that he may head up a Zoom meeting in the near future, so that'd be cool, Dave. If you would help me out, that'd be awesome. And I see our stream maybe slowing and freezing up a little there. Not sure what's going on there. What do I got going on this computer here? There's too many things going that could be causing me a problem. So let's close a few things. Maybe that'll help speed things up. Why do I have... Oh, for some reason my computer's installing patches. Great timing, Microsoft. Okay. Where are we here? So Sean Myers, I have to say I've been a mechanic for 20 years. I've never heard of throwing flour on components to find a leak. Although I think it's fairly genuine, messy, but genius. I've never thought of throwing flour on a motor either, but I guess, desperate times call for desperate measures, but hopefully John knows about that engine dye now, and he won't need to throw the flour. The flour can stay in the kitchen. Dave Williams makes a comment that Novocaine is beautiful, and boy, is it ever. Beautiful doesn't even cut it. You've got to check out that post, folks, on Tim Bourne's Novocaine. And Will Sergeant Hamlet, pardon me, he says he could also do the Zoom meeting too. So we'll find somebody to start the meeting, and we'll post it, and you definitely have to join it. It's definitely worth joining. Okay. HD Truck Springs has another member sent to me a couple weeks ago. Mine are on the way. He must be talking about the rear springs for Kim there. Hey, John, how you doing? John Fuller. Don't know if I said hi before, but just covering my tracks here. TAC question. Does a Nova require a diode for the TAC? Or for the TAC? I've never seen... Oh, this stupid laptop. No, my laptop's installing updates. Come on, people. Okay. I've never seen a TAC have to have a diode installed for it. Where I have seen diodes being needed to be installed is on the top wire of the alternator. What color is that wire? The brown wire. The reason for that, if you have like an MSD or a multi-spark box, MSD, Mallory, whatever, it can reverse feed the alternator and keep the car running when you turn off the key. When I first installed my MSD, and it freaked me out because I, turned off the car, I even disconnected the battery. The car was still running. That freaked me out. So yeah, you need the diode mostly with in the alternator. If you want, John, let me write that down too. I can send you that. I have an MSD article that explains how to do it and why. Okay, so let me just write that down for you, buddy. That's good. This is awesome. This is what the show's supposed to be for, is more for trouble and stuff like that. So that gives me a little bit of a purpose here. Right on. Okay, where are we going? This is the old springs with the new leaf kits. Oh, okay. They must be talking about something else. So I must have missed that guy. All right, Timmy Tanner Cox, how you doing, buddy? I believe Timmy has a post up right now where he's selling the complete rear bumper setup of a 74 Nova, the bumper filler, the brackets, the shocks, if I'm correct, Timmy. Timothy, pardon me. I shouldn't be calling you Timmy. I don't know if you like that. So Timothy Tanner Cox there has a rear bumper setup for sale if anybody's looking. And Will wants to run that 406. If you're talking Myo 406, yeah, we can run. I guess, we could have kind of a virtual drag race of a sort. How do you want to do it? Do we just, go to our local tracks and run time slips, or let me know how you want to do that. In fact, we could have a group virtual drag racing outing. We could pick a date. Of course, my track doesn't open till after May, depending when all this isolation and stuff is all over with. We could all pick like a date, say within 2 weeks, depending what our track dates are. Everybody go and run your car, and everybody posts their best time slip or best 3 time slips. What do you think about that? Let me know. But it looks like me and Sargent might have to run. And Dave Williams is in. He's going to run us with his LS. Okay, and Sean Michael Myers here. If the leaf springs are shifting, just replace them. Honestly, trucksprings.com will make you leafs and ship them to your driveway. Okay, there you go, folks. Trucksprings.com. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you posting that. He will even add or take inches away. They're reasonably priced and custom stacked with no problems. So that's pretty good. We should actually get you, Sean, to post that on a regular post for somebody. I may have to make a topics or something for miscellaneous parts. I know Kim has asked me to start adding to the disc brake conversion topic. I haven't gone around to that, but Kim, I haven't forgotten. So I need to work on the disc brakes topic. And that spring information is good. And Dave's just letting us know. He goes, oh, just a little wee 4.8 LS. Yeah, little guy. And the Nova Encyclopedia himself, Tim Bourne, has joined. Tim, how you doing, sir? I'm surprised you could pull yourself away from Novocaine. Incredible pictures you have posted of that car and of the bodywork of that car. That's incredible. All right, so Richard. Hey, you the man. Green, blue, black, or white with black stripes. I'm in. And Will says the day that LS might have a chance. Oh, 20 people in this group. Congratulations. Oh, look at that. We got 20 viewers. So, and as I mentioned earlier, this is kind of the 1 year anniversary show, or 1 year anniversary stream of the Nova show. I started doing this last April, and then my plan was to do it every couple of weeks. And then I got caught playing hockey on Tuesdays, couldn't do it Tuesdays. And then with such short summers that we have here in Winnipeg, I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Between usually April and end of September, I'm out in the car as much as possible, whether I'm taking pictures or driving or doing test hits. So I didn't have the time to keep going at that steady pace, but I will try to make some more time, especially right now during the isolation and everybody having to stay home, because I'm not playing hockey. All right. Let's keep going with the call. Holy crap, I'm 40 comments behind here. Okay. Carb cleaner, or for leaks. Things I've used for carb cleaner, Robert, is actual, what is it called? Let me go find it for you. This is what I use. Nothing special. Oh, where is it here? I think, is this it? No, that's engine cleaner. Okay, well, I don't know where my carb cleaner is. Sorry, I don't know where the carb cleaner is, so maybe somebody can pipe up for Robert that what's good for carb cleaning. And honestly, I haven't had to clean a carb since I went to EFI. And no, Tom, this is live. The problem is Facebook changed the way you do live video and come up with this live producer crap. And I'm not getting the chats listed on the screen, so I'm having to use my laptop to read the chats as people are posting them. So there's a little bit of delay in what people are saying and what I'm getting to here. So I apologize for that. So Sean's letting Tim know that we were talking about his Nova. Hey, Kenny, how you doing, buddy? Kenny Edows. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. What's up, Dave? Not much, buddy. Just hanging out in the garage, doing the Nova thing. You know, Nova stuff. How are you doing? And Kim just letting Tim know that it is live. And Will has just mentioned, diode in the alternator wire, but with the TAC, I believe you just run the line and it will be good to go. With the TAC setup, I don't know what you have, John, for your ignition. Typically, the TAC, the green wire, goes to the TAC on the HEI cap, which is also the negative, I believe, on just behind the power wire. Black, red, positive, ground, and then the white one goes to the headlight dimmer switch for the light in the TAC. And then, Tim is mentioning a front bumper. I thought he was selling a back bumper. Okay, or are you selling both, Tim? Yeah. Okay. So Tim, he had to fast forward to get to the live part here. So welcome, Tim. Like I said, Facebook has a new live viewing, and I believe you can actually rewind to watch it. I didn't completely read the whole thing. All I thought was, oh no, I don't have time to learn this. I got to stream in 3 minutes. I hate Facebook. I hate your changes. If you want to make a change, how about recent events in the news stream? I don't care about top stories. Let's go to recent updates. Okay, that's my Facebook rant. And Craig Iben, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Craig. He is one of my Team Green brothers with a beautiful 73 SS. If you haven't seen it, it's worth looking up. And Robert says he found some hooker header shells and polyurethane motor inserts, and he'll post what he found after the video. That's pretty cool. I've never heard of hooker header making engine mount shells, but yeah, possible. What I did for my motor mounts is I just broke the welds apart, pulled out the insert, put in the new insert, and then welded them back together. That's what I did on the Nova here. Running the polyurethane inserts, a 3.1116G, I believe it was, the part number. And those were the black inserts. The 1116R are the red inserts. Okay, I heard your numbers. I like the virtual idea. We don't have any open tracks right now. Yeah, we don't have any open tracks. Like I said here, usually the end of May is when the tracks open around Manitoba. And we actually had a new place that was going to be opening up that was going to run 8th mile. So maybe we'll do something with 8th mile and quarter mile times for everybody. And if you got video, even better. But we'll set something up. We'll make a post. If you got video, I mean, even better, because, video don't lie. You can just get anybody's time slip. So here we go. And, Will, for numbers, just to let you know, last year, before I finished tuning the Sniper, I was running 12 sixes. So I was happy with that. I hope I could go faster. Okay, so... Sean's referring to, Sean Michael Myers here makes a good point of when you install your tack, you'll notice a needle hop or bounce. Then yes, installing a diode will fix that. Sean, where do you install that diode? I would like to know, please. And thank you. Okay. Tim Tanner Cox is mentioning that if anyone has trouble and there's an IGN spot on the fuse panel is dead, if you have something that is hot with the key on, it will go dead when you crank. If you run a wire off the R terminal of the starter T and the T off to the HEI feed, you will be as good as new. Okay, that's a very good troubleshooting post there, Tim. You should post that as a general post. That's actually awesome. I've never seen somebody have and what he's talking about is in the fuse panel, just inside there by your emergency brake. I believe it's the top slot that says IGN. That is ignition power. That is where you'll get power when you turn the ignition on to the car. And he's talking about a fix for that. So what you want to do with the key on, if it goes dead when you're cranking it, you need to run a wire off the R terminal of your starter and the T off your HEI feed, and you will be good as new. Nova Drag Day sounds fun, says John Davis. You know what? I wonder if we'd be the first Nova group to have our own virtual drag race. I mean, I think we're the first doing the Nova stream, right? Another first at Chevy Nova 7374. Ha-ha! This is great. And I mean, and Zoom meetings too. But I got to give credit, like I said, to Dave Williams for bringing that up. By no means am I trying to take credit for the video meetings. That was Dave who brought that up to my attention. I was thinking of using the Facebook chat, and I was going to create a generic. You may have seen a Facebook group or a Facebook member called Chevy Nova 7374, and it's spelt out. That is a generic admin account I created for our group, and I thought it might be something where I would have to add members, and we could do a video live chat through that. But with Dave finding this software, I may not need to do that. Holy crap! I'm 60 comments behind. This is great that you folks are all chatting amongst yourselves too. This is really wicked. I might have to watch it after just to reply. Okay. Okay, I may have to skip a few things here, guys. Install the dial between the negative terminal of the coil and the wire that goes to the tackle. Stop the spark bounce. Oh, you know what? Sean, that is great info. You really should post that as one of our what's it called? Would people stop talking to me here? I'm trying to take a picture. Okay, I want to take a picture of that. That would be a really good Nova tip, like Tim did for the headlight, for that headlight spring at the bottom. Make sure you don't break that when you're changing your headlight. Okay. Thanks again for that, Sean. So forgive me for just being a little behind here. O'Reilly's name is really actually good stuff, says Sergeant there. And then Kim looks like she's looking for new springs to change the ride height of her vehicle. Tim Bourne has ordered some Calvert and traction bars yesterday. Or maybe I'm reading wrong. I just ordered the Calvert and the bars yesterday. I've actually thought about going with Caltrax myself, but the traction bars for what I do are more than adequate. And there's no sense spending, what would be about $300 to $400 Canadian by the time shipping and everything for Caltrax to get here for something that's really not going to do anything more than my traction bars are doing right now. Oh, pardon me. Okay, Timmy Tanner Cox is not selling the rear bumper. He's selling the front. Kim has corrected me here. It is Tanner Kotham selling the rear bumper setup. So I apologize for that, Tim. I just start getting confused with all the selling that. Kim actually does a great job of tracking people selling parts and trying to match up sellers with buyers. So Kim, thank you for that. Thank you. Craig confirms that green is mean. Yes, sir, it is. And William is thinking of doing an EFI setup from the Holley 754 barrel he is running. So, Will, like I said, I've been tagging some posts. We do have a topic on that. It seems like the Phytech, the Holley Sniper. I haven't heard anybody else running the Edelbrock one. I forget what that's called. What's it called? My neighbor was running it. Anyway, there's a few of them out there. So yeah, we can try and help Will out, guys. So Will, if you have any questions, by all means. Dale Simonson, how you doing, buddy? Welcome and thanks for joining. Same with Rex Colflack. How you doing, buddy? Rex is another one of our admins on the group, and he has a blue Nova. So I should actually delete him too. Okay. If you're going to talk about colors, white is right, says Richard Beal. So hopefully we can get a couple more colors into the little bit of our color wars, as you've seen on the group, mostly between the green and blue Novas. We'd love to have some other colors step up. Okay, NASCAR is iRacing, so maybe there is a drag racing version. Well, it'd definitely be fun to try, Tim. I mean, it should be cool. Okay, so Will is now telling me, like I said, I'm really behind the comments. I'm behind 74. Oh, my people. I need to be faster in the 12s, at least. Just saying. Well, Will, if you're higher than 12s, you got me beat. This is as fast as I can afford. So, uncle. Okay, I have some needle hop, but only when all my lights and electric fan are on, says Robert with his tack. Tim says the Zoom meeting was awesome, which, yes, it was. Okay, I'm going to post in our group a virtual car show. My buddies have done that, and you copy your car and post it in the parking lot I post. Hey, Tim, that'd be great. Yeah, so Tim Tanner Cox here is going to start a virtual car show. That is awesome. Larry Roach has joined us. Larry has that beautiful brown 74 SS. It was one of our cover pictures just recently. Very, very beautiful stock-looking 74 Nova. And, okay, I'm trying to catch up on the comments here. Dang, I really wish we could all meet. It would be cool for everybody to meet and have, just a huge group gathering, whether we're at the track or car show. That would totally be awesome. Okay, Sean says, Dave, by the time you see this, you'll be 50 comments in the past. And he's not lying. I'm at 80. This is the future talking to you. The delay is genuinely hilariously entertaining. That's all I have for you from the past. Godspeed and the proof. And this is proof that the Green Nova team is slower. Oh, yeah, definitely deleting you, buddy. I'm abusing my power here. All right, let's see. So ProFlow is the Edelbrock fuel injection. And that looks like that's the line that Kim is going with on her Nova. And then, of course, Will, blue, blue, blue. And so Robert is trying to get a few members together for a Nova day, but the track rentals cost way too much, no doubt. Back in Black, AC/DC, Tom Bourne is mentioning. Okay, I'm just going to kind of skip through the comments here instead of reading them all. If you are watching this stream, oh, you know what? Did I catch up? Oh, don't tell me I caught up that fast. I don't even know what's going on. I'm losing my mind here. Okay. And, Patrick Montano has joined. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see another Green Nova in the stream here. Blue's trying to tell us, how great they are. I'm going to have to delete a few of them. And they even got Sean Michael Myers to join their crew, even though he's purple. So even Blue is so desperate, they're trying to recruit other colors. And the Sarge is saying that Blue Crew getting deleted is fake news. We might have to have a color corporate takeover here, Will, and might have to pull the group from you because it's Team Green all the way, buddy. Okay, so I don't know how, but I think I've caught up to all the comments here. It says 51 minutes on the stream, and it says 50, now 51 on the computer. So apparently I'm ahead of myself on the stream. So I got to say, I do not like this new Facebook live video producer crap that they've put. It has thrown me off my mojo. But it's really great that everybody has joined us tonight, and we've had a really good chat session. If you are watching a repeat of this live stream right now, as long as you're watching it through the Chevy Nova group on Facebook, you will be able to see all the chats on the right side of the screen. If you are watching it on YouTube, unless I'm reading the chat, you have no idea what's going on. Unfortunately, I can't copy the chats along with the stream for the Facebook, for the YouTube channel to watch it there. You have to be part of the Facebook group. And to get to the videos, if you want to see past episodes or whatever, on the left side on the PC browser, on the menu at the top, there'll be a tab that says videos. If you click on that, it will highlight all the videos in our Facebook channel, and then you can eventually see them. Or if you go just under the cover pictures, I believe on the right on the PC, and I use the PC all the time, sorry. There is a topics box, and there is a topic for the Chevy Nova 73-74 Nova Show stream. Craig Antonio has joined us, Mr. Omega, one with an LS. Thanks for joining us, Craig, pardon me. Sorry, maybe your ears were burning. I was talking about you earlier. Kim was looking for some part numbers for rear springs, but it looks like a few of the other members got her a place to check. So that's cool. She's been helped out, but if you got some spring numbers handy, maybe throw them Kim's way. And hopefully the weather's nice out there in Regina. And if gas is going to stay around 60 cents, I may bring the Nova out for a cruise this summer and check out Regina, Saskatchewan. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, gas right now in Winnipeg is 66.9 a liter. So for you Americans, take 67 and times it by 4. That is what we are paying for a gallon of gas up here in Canada. The majority of the price, of course, is tax. We are taxed up the wazoo here. And of course, our Canadian dollar is crap, so can't say I'm buying any parts right now. Oh, and the word of the week for Chevy Nova is herringbone. Now, you're probably wondering where that's coming from. We had a discussion earlier in the week about somebody's interior and what it was called. And I called it houndstooth because I thought that's what it was. It's kind of a zigzag black-gray pattern. I've been calling it that since I drove this car for like 25 years. And I've been informed of just how wrong I was. And it is called herringbone. Herringboard? Herringboard. So that's the word of the week today. All right, let's get back to the chat here. Okay, the reason you're getting hops on this. Okay, so Sean's explaining why you can put a diode in with your tack setup if you're getting a needle bounce. Sean just mentioned the reason where'd that go? Okay, here. The reason you are getting hop is that the coils and the ignition systems, especially aftermarket, but all in good to an extent, are basically charging and discharging capacitors. So when your lights are on, adding sustained drain or draw, you are getting feedback from the collapsing electromagnetic field that manifests as a magnetic voltage feedback. Oh, wow. Okay. That's big words there. Okay, the diode between the cool negative and the tack destroys the high and ultra low frequencies that come with the collapsing field. This is more common problems with aftermarket ignition systems, but not entirely only them. Wow, that is, Sean, you're a brilliant guy, man. That's some great advice and why to do that. So I don't know if I can do that with the Holly Sniper, but I don't think I have that bounce that Rob is talking about on his car. But it may be something I might try in my Omega because I just have standard HEI ignition in that. And Kenny Edels, oh yeah, you have that beautiful like gray silver Nova, man. I love that Nova. That's actually the color of my truck and my Mustang is like a dark gray. And I love the color of your Nova. It looks so sweet. And as far as I know, there's not a gray team or a black team or a black and gray team. But hey, if you want to team up with some of your fellow Nova enthusiasts, some of your color brothers, by all means, bring it on. Team Green isn't afraid of anybody. I hear the blue team, the blue crew are, well, I can't use that language. There may be some kids watching, are a bunch of, so yeah, hey, if you want to join a gang, we're always open for an alliance too. Just saying. Alrighty. So, apparently William has already named Kenny the leader of the gray team. Herringbone. There we go. Herringbone. So Tim is just confirming my new word of the week. And then Sean and Robert are still talking about the diode thing. How do you install that diode for the tack if you don't have a coil? Kim, you will have a coil if you're running an HEI distributor. The coil is actually built into the cap, so you would just run it between where you plug the tack wire into your HEI cap. You would actually plug it into the diode, and then the diode somehow put the diode in line from the HEI cap. Maybe you plug it in at the tack end. Yeah, Sean has definitely got some knowledge, Will, and there's actually some really good knowledge. I wonder if he's even got Tim stumped on that one. So Will agrees with me that that color of Kenny's Nova is just unreal. It is beautiful. Okay, and Robert, grounds are so important on a Nova. It's important to have a few. I know I still have my factory ground, which runs off my alternator bracket, of course, to my battery post. From the battery post is a little wee wire that runs to the fender. That's a horrible ground. But I do have a huge engine strap at the back here. In fact, I probably should put a bigger one on now that I've got all this electronic stuff. But I have the block also grounded to the body of the car, and I'm running a 100 amp alternator, which I need because of all the new electrical gadgets I'm now running, with the fan, the pump, the sniper, radio. I like to have heat, blower motor. Okay, Sean says if you don't have a coil, I would imagine you're using fuel injection, and why would you want to run a resistor there? Or you would want to run a resistor then, not a diode. But if you have an HEI, a diode between the distributor and the tack. I was going to say EFI does have coils. Mine's an external. I have the Holley dual sync distributor, which allows the sniper unit to control timing as well as everything else on the car. And it uses an external coil. And I have the MSD Blaster SS, part number 8207. Ooh. If anyone cares. All right, where are we at here? Okay, Tim is saying he is talking way above my head on that technical electrical lingo. I know it works, but don't know why, or don't know the why of it. I got to say, Tim, Sean has really impressed me too with this kind of knowledge, and I'm wondering what other kind of helpful hints he is hiding. And Rob's just asking about the ground. He has a ground on the back of his block. Does he need a bigger ground or one more ground to the back of the block? Like I said, I just have the one at the front, which isn't a big one. I think this is 2 gauge or 0 gauge wire, just the factory one. But you know what? That wire is awfully corroded. You know, I should almost make a new one just because. But the one I run at the back is like one of those ground straps. So, yeah, I need to upgrade my ground. So I thank you for bringing that up, Robert. It definitely makes me have to take another look at my setup. All right. And then Sergeant is saying he loves, love to love shows, brother. Oh, love these love shows. Great idea. Glad you did a year show. I just wish, Will, that I was more on the ball and realized that April 2nd was our 1 year anniversary, and I would have done one right on that date. So I dropped the ball on that one. I apologize. So we're coming to you 12 days late. And John Davis, he's using a Summit Race Spark Box with a magnetic pickup. Then he has an MSD tack adapter and a sun tack. Don't know if I have it hooked up, but I have some photos. I'll post this week. Thanks for your help. By all means, John, and I want to also, not just John, but anyone watching this video and any members on the group, please post any questions you have. There's no such thing as a stupid question. And, you know, we got a really good group where, you know, you're not going to get belittled or berated for posting something. We've got a lot of admins and moderators who do watch. And if we do see somebody talking down to you in a fashion we find disrespectful, we will delete it. We will deal with them. And if it happens enough times, we will delete them, because we want this to be a place for anyone to feel comfortable posting any question. So I just wanted to reaffirm that. Post any questions you have, folks. John, please post anything you got. Pictures always help. If you can post pictures of problems, video works too. I know a few members have done that in the past, and that has been really helpful too. And yeah, that's, I guess, what I got here. Yeah, Craig, Sean is totally holding out on us. I wonder what other knowledge he has. And Rob has the one on the front that goes from the battery to the ground too. So that, yeah, good. Okay, did you install a higher output alternator because you have a sound system, Robert? That's what Sean is asking you. When I installed a higher output, like a stock alternator for a 73, 74 Nova without air conditioning, is 63 amps, I believe. That's what my Bosch one was I had in my Nova. I ended up upgrading to 100 because I found when I'm driving at night, and particularly come fall time, because I have the heat on inside, I don't have a fancy radio. I just have a radio, AM, FM knob radio from the junkyard. No fancy stereo. My headlights on with, of course, marker lights, everything. The heater fan's on, my electric fan. And of course, now with the Sniper, the EFI, the electric fuel pump, I found at idle, my amps were really dropping down to the point where I was losing enough voltage that the Sniper could no longer control timing of my system because I was running out of amps. So as soon as I put the 100 amp alternator in, that fixed all my issues. And now I have heat, bright lights, timing control. And that's why I upgraded my alternator. So anybody doing an EFI upgrade. And as well, I'm also running an electric fan. Anyone doing an EFI upgrade, you may want to look into upgrading your alternator as well to for the extra electrical needs that you have. I also recommend people, this more particular to Holly Sniper, because I don't know the installation of the Phytech. If you can get a battery with dual posts, top posts and side posts, the reason for that is on the Sniper, they want you to have a clean connection to the battery. So all my factory wiring, of course, was side posts on this car, and my Sniper is wired to take power from the top of the battery, so it's got its own clean, clear connection up top with no chance of interference. So that's just a little Holly Sniper tip for you there. Okay, let's go back here. So still great you're doing. Oh, thanks. So Will's talking about the live shows I'm doing here, and I enjoy talking about Novas, man. Like I've spent this is going to be my. Oh, I got grease on me. Look at that. All over my hockey sweater. I should do a greatest moments of the live show, like that one time I set off my car alarm. I didn't have the alarm. Okay, back to the show here. Oh, I forget what I was talking about. Maybe I can rewind it now. Okay, so let's go back here. Nova's running pretty good now, but with his stroker getting close installed, he's worried about how the install will go well. Okay. So Tim here is going to speak about grounds, how important they are. So 1, ground the negative battery to the block, the head, or engine bracket. Number 2, ground strap from the engine to the firewall. 3, ground strap from the engine to the subframe. That's what I need. And then 4, ground strap from the subframe to the body wall. That's what I need. So there's 2 things there I need to do on mine, and probably more important because I've got the EFI too. Okay, Kenny is asking, I have a flat tappet cam, but if I use 100% gasoline, do I still need to add a zinc additive? I've never heard of adding zinc to gasoline. Are you thinking maybe a lead additive to the gasoline? I know I run a flat tappet cam, and I guess gas in Canada is different. And I've been using the Husky Mohawk ethanol gas, as I was told to run with EFI, and I haven't had any issues. And I got 12.6 to 1 compression. But maybe Sean here, who's been holding out with all this great information and knowledge he has, may be able to answer that. Sean here does speak up, saying, upgrading your starter, alternator, power, and ground wires will always give your entire wiring system a breath of fresh air and never hurts. Amen, brother. Amen. And Craig's chatting with Will. Will welcomed Craig back, as we don't see Craig too often. He's unfortunately, this pandemic has been lost. He's lost some working hours there. And hopefully things will look up for you, Craig. Hopefully things will pick up for everybody who is affected during this crisis on both sides of the border. All right. I'm just going to catch up on comments again. Robert's saying to use oil with zinc in it. That's pretty important, especially with engine break-ins. I know now I just use castor oil. I don't know if it has the zinc in it. I can't remember. As most of you folks know, I talk a lot about Dan Clem in the forum. Dan Clem is the gentleman who has built my motor, spec'd and designed it. He's built my motor. He's built the motor in my Omega. And that's what he tells me to use. I salute, say yes, sir, and go and buy it. So I can't say, but that's what I'm using is Castrol 2050. Robert is saying he will not put a radio in his hot rod, but for the electric fan and high torque starter, maybe next year if he goes to the EFI. Nothing wrong with having a radio in your car there, Robert. Sometimes while you're waiting for a train, shut the car off, listen to some tunes. Nothing wrong with a radio. Nobody says you have to have, a pounding stereo and, your license plate vibrating in the back sounding like a Honda, but, a little radio never hurts. Okay, so Tim is answering Kenny's question here. Kenny, about his flat tappet cam. Flat tappets must use a ZDDP no matter what fuel you run. The ZDDP has a super high steer strength to protect the lifters running on the cam. Fuel should never be in your oil. I do believe what you were thinking about is the lead in regular fuel lubes, the valve seat as it goes through them. This is a totally different, separate issues. I am so tired. I think that's why I'm stuttering and not reading properly. And this delay doesn't help either. Okay, older oils cannot use today's oils. No zinc. Engines of today are not made with the same as old stuff, and they do not need the zinc. I've heard that. And still runs EDP after every oil change. So Will is still running this ZDDP. What is this ZDDP? I've never heard of this kind of additive. Okay, and yeah, Will's doing great. He just wants to go cruising. Oh, Will, do not talk to me about wanting to go cruising. I've been waiting since the end of September to get the car back out. Like I'm literally going crazy. I've been trying to get the car out the last 3 weeks, and then either Thursday we get a dump of snow. We got 2 feet of snow. What was it, 2 weeks ago? The driveway finally, everything's drying up, and then we get rain, and then we got that 2 feet of snow, which my driveway is quartered down, so it turns into quicksand. And then it's been in the 30s and the 20s and 30-degree weather, which isn't really, I think, warm enough for my car. But this weekend, it's supposed to get towards the 50s. So we're firing this up this weekend, probably Friday night. And I know there were some people asking about how easy does fuel injection start. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live stream or just do a little video offline with my GoPros of just how easy this car is going to start after sitting, 6 months, 7 months. So let me know. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, Sean, once again, with some great knowledge here. Be careful with your additives, ZDDP. Do not buy a top shelf oil and add your zinc because it will be heavy on the detergents, and those detergents will wash the zinc off the surfaces of your valve seats and flat tappet cam surfaces. Use low shelf, low detergent oils, and then use your additive. Sean, we need you here more often. You and Tim. And I'm going to, you know what? You've just redeemed yourself. I'm not going to delete you for your Blue Crew comments made earlier or joining, the dark side. I'm willing to overlook that as long as you continue to provide knowledge to the other colored cars. Okay. And then Dave Williams is saying he wants to actually get back to teaching again to see real people's faces and not this Corona crap. Yeah, this sucks being at home. I'm considered an essential service. I work at IT in a Crown Corporation. So for me, it's been business as usual. I still go to work every day. And the only difference is now is I get to drive to work and park at work for free as opposed to taking the public transit system. But yeah, I'm essential and I still got to go to work. Okay, so Kenny's been mentioning he uses Rotella oil. What do you recommend? And Robert's mentioning too that Dan Clem has been helping him out on his build. Again, Dan Clem is a member of this group. Feel free to look him up, message him, tell him Dave sent you. I don't know where I'd be today without Dan. I mean, Dan, from building my motor to, tech help at 2 a.m. in the morning, the guy is an engine god. And I'm so thankful to have a friend like him. Amazing guy. He is the Canadian version of Tim. And William says he is from the South. Well, we won't hold that against you. And he has a stereo system. Boom, boom, boom. It's the way I came up. My bad, everyone. Your founder has a boom, boom. And then Kenny says, thank you to you, Tim, for your advice. I'm sure he's also saying thanks to Sean. And hey, Ronald, how you doing? Ronald Mendenhall? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, buddy. Welcome. I'm a little behind in comments, so I apologize for not welcoming you sooner. So the ZDDP is the zinc additive for... Okay, so I was wondering if that was a name. Okay, so Sean recommends 520 non-detergent with the additive there, and then Will is saying fire the green beast up. It's too cold tonight, Will. I'm probably going to do it Friday. Maybe if people are interested, I will just turn on the camera there and let you watch it struggle while I also make my show, because I got to do the startup for my YouTube show as well. Dan says start it now. Dan, it's -2 here, so it's a little too cold for my liking. Not only that, but it's 18 degrees in the garage here, and if I open up the pneumonia hole back there, that's a lot of heat I'm going to lose. Will says quick fire up. All in good time, guys. Can't bow to this pressure. Move to America. Not only will your cruising race season be lengthened, your car will be faster. Why? Because America. You know, I would love to move down to the south, where closer to a lot of you car folks, and do it. But one good thing about Canada, and actually we have quite the car scene here in Winnipeg. We've been known as the cruising capital of Canada and that. But, well, my family's all here. So, and I got, all my friends. I love my hockey, so I got to play hockey. When the car's away for 6-7 months a year, that gives you a good time to save up money for fuel and parts and fix-it parts. So, it's got its good and its bads, but also, with the weather up here, I'll take our cold winters over your tornadoes, over your hurricanes, storms that come up. Snakes. Oh yeah, don't like snakes. And when I was down in Phoenix, Arizona, I saw some weird insects and creatures down there. Yeah, I'm perfectly happy here in Canada. And also up here in Canada, when you Americans take shots at us and it hurts our feelings, we get to go to the hospital and get them checked for free. Oh, I use that joke all the time. Sorry. All right. So Tim's just letting us know about the numbers for the corona testing and all this. I'm not going to say this corona thing is a bit blown out of proportion. That's not for me to say. That's my own, and not even my own personal opinion. But all I'm doing during this time is I'm making sure I wash my hands a little more. I'm not sharing my crayons, and I've stopped licking windows. And so far, I seem to be staying healthy. And Sean is mentioning here that he lives in New York, the COVID capital of the U.S. Ooh, that's not good. Craig Antonio, he mentions that up here in Canada, because Craig lives one province over, which is like a state in the States. For folks that don't know our terminology up here, we have provinces instead of states. And he lives about, I believe it's 8 hours away from me. And there's been jokes on one of the other groups that we are on Chevy Nova, that all we do is live in igloos up here and fight kangaroos. So if you're ever on the Chevy Nova group with Doug Toe and you see kangaroo comments, it's shots taken at us Canadians. And some of them are really funny. And Will's just asking you if that stroker's in yet and why not. And Sean says he's trying to lick everyone he knows, building up antibodies. It's funny you mentioned that, Sean, because at the beginning of all this, when I was taking transit, I was telling people that I was licking the poles in the bus to build up my immune system. And that's why I haven't, in the last 2 winters, knock on wood, I haven't caught any real good colds or had bronchitis or pneumonia. And I've attributed it to, just being in places full of germs. So it's funny you mentioned about licking people. Okay, but William is definitely still licking windows and eating crayons, says Tim. And William says licking windows makes you smart. Hence the green Nova. Oh, shots fired. I can't deny the crayons though. Yummy, yummy. I have nothing for that, Will. You caught me off guard on that one. And of course, with the delay, I can't even think of anything quickly. So Robert says he needs to adjust the valves, and with the corona, he can't go over and finish his motor. Sure you can. Just wear one of those face masks. Okay, and I think I'm caught up in the comments. We still have 15 people on, It's great to have all you viewers on for so long. As you saw a little earlier here in the comments, shots being taken between the blue crew and Team Green. And it looks like Kenny has now formed a gray team, the gray and silver team. So, Lord Davis coughing. No. It's not really a cough. All day at work, I've been doing training people how to log on to PCs with encryption software, logging into our work network, and how to do various tasks. So I'm talking 8 hours a day, and then just talking now. And I haven't had a drink. I'm too lazy to walk to the other side of the garage and get a Coke, because Coke rules, Pepsi rules, and get a drink. And my throat is it's starting to kill me, and that's why I'm coughing. It's not because I'm sick or dying, so there's no need to send your love, flowers, or car parts to me. Insane car parts, by the way. COVID. I'm looking for a clock for the Dash in my Omega, but I'm not looking to break the bank. And please keep in mind that our dollar is worth shit, so please be kind in your pricing. If somebody's got a clock that they might want to get rid of, doesn't have to be new. If it works, great. If it doesn't, that's even cool. Just to have it in the car, maybe for looks, would be fine. So just saying, if anybody's got a Dash clock. So here we go. Okay. Tim, Dave Williams is looking for a source for glass fuse holder terminals in the fuse box. He has one that needs replacing. 18 degrees, bro. It's cold in there. Will, I'm talking, because Dan lives in Canada, I'm talking 18 degrees Celsius. So 18 degrees Celsius times 2, 36 plus 32, 36 is 68 in here. So that 66, 68 in my garage compared to the 30 degrees it is outside. So just a little Canadian to U.S. translation there for you. And I'm just looking on my laptop here, seeing how blurry this is. I'll try and fix that camera for the next stream. And hey, if folks want a stream again next week, like I've been trying to stagger them so that they don't get stale. If you guys really do want to stream, just post something, and I can always make something happen. And of course, look out for messages from Sergeant William Helmlet or Dave Williams on possible Zoom video conferencing, or even from me, depending on how things go. So Daniel is just saying that he started his at, it would be 0 to 1 degree Celsius up there. I don't know, Daniel. The other thing is in my motor, I'm running 2050 oil, and at 30 degrees Fahrenheit, that's some pretty thick syrup. So that's another reason why I'm waiting for it to warm up a little more before starting the motor. Okay, so Will is proposing that we do a Zoom meeting in 1 week, and then a live feed from David Meyer. Maybe, we should probably post this. What's better for people? Do we want to do a Zoom meeting like maybe on a Thursday night as opposed to a weekend? Because usually with weekend, we're usually with our families or out in the cars or in the garage polishing our black shiny Novas that just got returned. Would a weekday be better for a Zoom meeting? So we should post something. Maybe we'll do a little poll on that, Will. That's a good idea. And then, of course, oh, Sean, I can't read that, buddy. Oh, Will, come on, guys. I can't be reading that out loud. These guys are now talking about the different color of balls. Not saying what kind. Oh, guys, you're killing me. So, I think that's all I've got for tonight. I don't know what else to go on. We've been at this for an hour and 23 minutes. It is 9:24 Central Time. So unless somebody else has got more to say or want to pipe up, oh boy, this is going bad. You guys are terrible. I'm not going to read the last few comments here. You're going to have to log on to the Facebook group to read them. No, Sean, no, I can't. I know some members have their younger siblings, nephews watching, and I've promised with Kim in the past that I would keep this as a family rated stream. So I can't say blue balls on the air. Oh, you guys are terrible. There, I said it. Leave me alone. I can't say this hasn't been fun, eh, folks? So yeah, unless you guys want to keep talking to yourself, I think I'm going to wrap this up. It looks like the Nova content is over. I don't know if it's just me finding this funny or if you guys find it entertaining as well. I hope you do. I hope, again, you find these streams somewhat informative because we do discuss some topics within. Hope you have fun. And I'm really happy to see that we still have 15 people with us and that you've spent your evening with us here. That's awesome. Thank you again. Again, the forum, Chevy Nova 73-74. Our founder is Sergeant William Hamlet. The other admins are myself, David Meyer, Kim, Rex, Koflak, and Greg Ibin. Those are the admins of the forum, and we do have moderators. I don't know them off by heart. I just want to say thank you to all of them. And thank you to you, the users, for letting me do this, coming into your computers and having fun saying blue balls on the air. So from Team Green Capital Headquarters, I guess, as I've been saying when I usually round things out, smoke tires, not drugs. Stay safe during these times, folks. The isolation, this pandemic, it will end eventually. I mean, we all have our conspiracy theories over it, but hopefully better times are ahead. Get your Novas ready to go. Keep those posts coming. Keep those pictures coming. I'm changing the cover photo twice a week, and I'm going to start changing it more on our sister group as we're getting more and more members there now. I'm out of things to say, so I guess good night, and we'll see you again. Blue balls.